come to Dennis. Bwana Wakili. What Dennis said about Rigathi Gachagua and the expectation by the public that he was going to almost fumble with the debate, and all these campaigns on social media give Rigathi the mic and all that. It seemed to deconstruct all of that. Was it some sort of strategy to build him up like that,
then
then have him exceed, so to speak, expectations?
At times, I see the jokes from we know the publishing, the Cambridge Analytica and all these other kind of publishing in this town. We know where they come from. And give it to Gachagua. He's been an administrator for 16 years. He's been the private or the personal assistant to Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is not any other person in the streets. He's not a third-grade politician. He's a pedigree politician. He cannot get everybody to be his PA. Right. And then again, come to Gachagua, the member of parliament. Go to the Answered and see how many things he has sponsored and his clarity when it comes to micro and small businesses. From the time Uhuru had the counterfeit crackdown, and then you come, there is a show, he always appears in a local TV station in this country. And he has always been in all these TV stations. And his clarity of thought, his coherency in terms of ideological coherency. And he explains something which most people have not accredited to him, that even before David Ndii curated the idea of bottom-up and going to the people, he already had it. He said the only way to come up with a manifesto that will resonate with Wanjiku is go to where they are. Right. He is one of the architects of those. So with all that kind of, with all that in his resume, you don't expect him to come there and falter. And then the other thing also,
so you were not surprised at all by his
I was not surprised. And then again, you go back to the reports by the Media Council of a biased media. Rigathi Gachagua, and what has been said about him is as a result of a biased media. He goes to a place, he tells people, I have been building a house here, and I have left it unfinished because my money is stuck somewhere. And he tells people, when my money is unfrozen, I'll continue building. What do people come up and say? He said he will be dishing out rice and githeri. He buys chapati like any other person will buy in the streets. You make the news him buying chapati and not what he said in that stage. So at the end of the day, but it is good politically from a strategy point of view, that was the best position anybody would have wanted to be. To come as an underdog, because anybody expects nothing from you. So from any pedestal you stand is a gain. But at the end of the day, he raised very fundamental issues. And I wish the debate could have proceeded for us to hear his thoughts in terms of healthcare, in terms of this big infrastructure by the Uhuru administration. And number two, there is something he addresses very well, the issue of guaranteed minimum returns. I really would have liked to hear that progress to that. And I hope the next debate will give us an opportunity to hear the two leading candidates on the main issues that define the election.
Danson, what do you think about, I'll come to Dennis, about that the media has been criticized for not giving enough time to the issues that the debate should address. In fact, today the William Ruto presidential campaign said one of the conditions they're giving for their candidate to attend is if we allocate more time or specific times to specific things in terms of what the candidates have. What do you think of that vis-a-vis the two debates we've had so far?
Well, first and foremost, I exonerate the media from any blame, totally. The reason being that this is not an intellectual debate. This is a political debate. Political debates cannot be economic debates per se. They can't be abstract and intellectual arguments.
I agree.
The viewership will reduce to 10 only. If we engage in an abstract thematic way. The media knows very well that 90% of Wanjiku want to hear politics. And therefore, the media has given much more time for politics and issues about development, because you've seen the first debate, Sakaja and it went that direction.
Right.
The viewership went up. The second debate, we have seen more about politics. So really, it is about who is the target. The target is to have everybody here. The question about what people think are petty is not really being petty. My good friend Karori has told you there that, look, Sakaja walking in late, it might be looking very bad, but he came out as a hero to his supporters. For intellectuals, 10 of us, we saw that that was lack of manners. But to the constituency, he became a serious, late-come guy who takes control of the debate is all right. When we look at Mother Karua and my good friend Gachagua is being built as a no-show, as a man who cannot even articulate anything in proper English. This is proper politics. Real politics on a real platform offered by the media. He comes up from 0% to almost overtaking Mother Karua. So really, I want us to agree. I want us to agree that the media have a duty to allow the people to appear human. How do we know who is human? What is being tested? The temperament of the people who are on the debate. That temperament and the level of loss of focus and the question about people who have been fed and crammed the story is when the debate veers away from what it was to what it is.
Okay.
In law, we have 3 lawyers here, will tell you that the best lawyer is the one who thinks on his feet or on her feet. So I exonerate the media, that the media must go.
Nothing wrong with the process, you say.
It is clear.
Right.
The only thing I've told the media, let it now come to Kiswahili so that we are able to hear.
So we don't lock out anybody at all.
So that we don't lock anybody.